Whoop, whoop. The tea kettle is whistling. It's time for tea. It's time for my Valentine's gift tea. Get this lid off of it. There we go. Ah, we have saved the Valentine's Day tea for Valentine's. For Valentine's Day. Hello, happy Valentine's Day. I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. If you like lifestyle, budget-friendly home and garden, if you like this content, then you're in the right place. Well, it's Valentine's Day today, and it's time that we just celebrate love. People get flowers, chocolate, candies, all kinds of good stuff, cards, all the good things to show love. We're going to show love to everybody we can today. Oh, my husband of 40, almost 43 years. He's my Valentine, and he's been my Valentine for a long time. So I'm going to make him something special today, just something that he likes to eat, and we're going to make some cupcakes and different things during the day. I've got my grandkids coming. I'm excited about that. That'll always be a great thing. Show them some love. Now, this is my tea that Donald got me for Valentine's Day. And it's chocolate and roses. Let's see if we can find the ingredients on it here. And I'll read them to you. I probably already have shared it with you. But the ingredients are black tea, chocolate flavor, vanilla flavor, rose petals. So it contains natural flavor. So we're going to try this tea this morning and see what this is like. I'm not going to have too much candy for Valentine's today, even though my gift did come with a little box of candy. It came with a little box of lips. And these are kind of gummy-like candies. So I'm excited to see these, see what these taste like. It's got sweet and sour gummy lips, smooch and mouth-watering flavors of strawberry, cherry, and watermelon. It's not a very big box, so it's just enough to enjoy. And I'm going to taste one of those later, but not this morning. I'm just going to have a cup of this delicious tea. I have to tear into it a little bit here to get it open. I've got all my little Valentine's cups out here. My little granddaughters just love to choose a cup. So I've got all of them here. I got them out because they'll come in later, and I want them to fix them a cup of hot chocolate or drink whatever they want to drink out of their cup. I'm drinking out of the Love cup this morning. And you know, I can smell this tea from here, and we got to smell it. And it smells like chocolate. It does. It smells like if you were eating a high-quality piece of chocolate. So I'm going to enjoy this tea this morning. I've been waiting to try this tea. I got my package last week, but today is the day to taste the chocolate tea. This tea's from Harney & Sons, and it is really, I enjoy all their teas. Great. We'll have to see what this tastes like. I'm going to let it steep for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'm going to enjoy it. I'm thinking I'll probably just make the grandkids some cupcakes, maybe heart-shaped cupcakes today. I wanted to do suckers, lollipops, you know, some big red lollipops. But the parents have asked me not to give too much sugar, so I'm limited now what I can offer for them for Valentine's Day. I can't have too much sugar, so I'm not going to be able to make them those big suckers that I wanted to make, or those big lollipops. I'm just going to have to stick to something like a basic cupcake. And we're cutting out the oil and putting applesauce in the cupcakes and the cakes lately, and they have been delicious. Trying not to give them too much sugar. I wanted to do sugar cookies too, but then cupcakes, sugar cookies, and lollipops seem to be an overload. So we won't be able to do all that. We'll just have to stick strictly to our cupcakes today. So that's what I'll be doing, and I'll make Donald something. He's enjoyed a little bit of sweets. I'm cutting out sweets, so this will be about all I can have in this little box that came here. These little lips. You know, that's a tiny little box, but it's a really good candy. Not something I would get every day, and I probably won't have more than 1 or 2 of these because I'm counting my carbs, and you can see 3 servings per container. So there's 4 pieces. 4 pieces equal 23 grams of total carbohydrates. So that would be my half a day of carbohydrates in this. So it's got corn syrup, sugar, modified cornstarch, malic acid, and then 2% of less of the following. So you know, I cannot indulge in this right here. I may be able to just have 1 piece a day, and that's it, because these are a little high in carbs for me. And they've got the high fructose corn syrup. Of course they do. Or the corn syrup. And the cornstarch. So no, I won't be able to enjoy too much of this, but I can have maybe 1 piece. I'll have 1 piece today, and then I'll share them. Share them with others. I'll add some some honey to my tea. Just a little bit of that. I am going to do just a little bit of porch sitting. It's cold out here, so I won't be out here too long, but I wanted to just sit out here and look around. It's a sunny day. Let me share with you. Sunny, blue skies. Just a pretty day out today. We got a lot of the stuff cleared up here, and is that a daffodil? I think it is. I don't know if it's going to be able to bloom out, because I think they're calling for some snow next week, like Wednesday or so. But there's a little daffodil trying to pop up. Got a lot of them coming up, and there's some irises over there, and a few things trying to come up in the garden. Right here's a few more buds on the daffodils. They're all coming up in here. Donald got all the dead cut away. There was a few crocuses here. And then the tulips have come up right over here. They've just come out of the ground, so. But it's cold. Make no bones about it. It's chilly out here. You can see the bird bath has ice in it. Chunk of ice in there. So it's icy and chilly, cold morning, but beautiful. The sun's shining. That camellia's still blooming over there. So there's some beauty to look at in the garden. I hear the birds. There's a lot of birds having song out here this morning. So there's going to be a lot of things start happening in the next month or so. May still be some snow, some cold weather, but it's starting to wake up. I feel the I feel the little pulse beat of spring behind everything this morning. I don't know if you can hear those birds singing, but it is pretty. I've got my tea down here. You know, tea is always especially good. Hot tea is always especially good when it's chilly. Oh my goodness, how delicious. Water's hot, but the tea is good. It's a delicious tea for Valentine's Day. Not sure what I'm going to do today. It is Friday, and if you know, around here we have laid back Fridays. We try not to overwork on Fridays because we do all that during the week. So Fridays is kind of slow going for us. It's our laid back day where we don't do a lot. So I'm not going to work real hard, but I am going to get some things done today. You know, I still have to do all the things that we do, like cook. I have to cook meals, and I have to fix those cupcake treats and spend time with my grandchildren, which is a pleasure. It's something I love to do, so that won't be any effort there. And I have the itch to get out here and start gardening, and you know, you can always find things to do in a garden. So I want to show my garden some love today on Valentine's Day. I want to get out here and check the tea bushes. They look like they fared the winter pretty good. They're looking good. I think they'll spring out with good leaves here before we know it. You can see that camellia over there. I spelled it wrong in my last video. I was spelling it Camilla, like the woman that Prince Charles is now married to. It's not Camilla, it's Camellia. So, you know, when you're trying to do a lot of things at one time, sometimes it's just not perfect. But this is a camellia and not a Camilla. But thank you for bearing with me on my mistakes like that. Certainly not perfect. Never find perfection here, but hopefully it'll be some beauty along the way. I'm getting excited about all of the things that pop out. You know, I have so many plans for the garden. Not sure if I'm going to get to all those or not. I've got things that I wanted to move and things that I wanted to change up, and you know, it may or may not happen. I plan, but I might not get to all of it, so I'm just going to do what I can this year and be excited about it. Hopefully it won't be as dry and strange of a weather as it was last year, but hey, we have to take what we get, don't we? It's not like we can control the weather. But I'm excited about the planning of what's going to be done and what's not going to be done in this little garden here. Not very big, and the middle garden always brings me joy. It just always brings me joy. No matter what time of the year it is, there's something out here that blooms all the time. You know, if this is not blooming on this end, something else is coming and blooming, and there's good things out here, and so I'm excited about this middle garden. I didn't do too much to this garden here last year. I didn't do too much at all. But it bloomed with all of its goodness. There's a lot of cleaning up to be done out here. Donald and the kids did get out here and do quite a bit, but there's some more that needs to be done. And you know, I'll pick up a lot of that. Now this garden, this one's been cleared out. You can see, look how good it looks. This one over here has not been cleared out, and it's in a pickle. You can see all that crabgrass, all that Bermuda grass. It's a mess right there. We got to get all that out. That'll be like pulling spider webs. That'll be a mess there. It's got a plan to do all of that. The few things cleaned up and the potting section and all cleaned up. I've still got to replace this arborvitae that died right here. I've got the new one right there on the side. If you see it in that little red pot, I'm going to have to pot it right here. But I still hadn't got to that. Between the rain, the snow, the cold, and just the inability to get to it, just the time restraints, I've got a lot that I hadn't got done. But I will. I will get to it. I'm going to drink my cup of love this morning. And I'm getting excited about getting out here and trimming things back and getting things done. It's an exciting time of the year. You know, spring's right around the corner. It's just right around the corner. There's condensation on the door. I can see where one of the little grandkids have left a heart. I don't think it's showing up for you, but I do see like a little heart shape in there where they've drew on the window. I gotta go. I had to come back in. It was getting chilled out there. It's colder than it looks. Well, you saw that ice in the bird bath, so you know it's really cold. Well, I wanted to say hey to the woman at the pharmacy at Walgreens. We got in a conversation about my YouTube channel, and she's got a YouTube channel, and we were talking about it, and it, you know, thank you. It was a joy to meet you and a joy to talk with you, and we've got such similar backgrounds, even though we're from different states, and her family were sharecroppers, and ours picked orchards. They were a sharecropper of a sort. Only one did farmland and one did orchards. But it was good to talk with you. Always glad to see you out there. If you ever see me out and you want to say hi, feel free to come up and say hi. It's always a pleasure to meet you out there, talk to you, and I really do value you. Thank you all for watching today. Thank you for being a part of my channel. I'm excited about what we're going to be bringing up in the next few months. You know, gardening season's starting. It's already coming, you know. Things out there popping up I showed you in the garden. That's exciting to me. I have got to get some seeds started, but I may just sow them straight in the ground this year. You know, I've considered that. We have such iffy summers around here, really, spring. I mean, it'll warm up and you'll think it's full-blown spring, and then you'll have snow the next week. So that's what's kind of hindering me from sowing them in the ground, but I'll make that decision up here shortly, and I'll share it with you, whatever I decide to do, whether I'm going to straight sow it in the ground or whether I'm going to start seedlings. So I'll share that with you. I always start some seedlings. I just enjoy the whole process, you know, and usually I'm growing seedlings that I don't quite know where I'm going to put yet. But I thank you for joining me and let me share my Valentine's Day with you this morning, my cup of hot chocolate Valentine's tea. I hope you have a wonderful day, and happy Valentine's Day. Like always, until next time.